Okay, so sorry for the interruption. So let me start from where we have stopped earlier. So here, if you remember, we have created this maplet with maplet input, and I have used a filter condition, filter transformation. Here I am supposed to give the property to it. So if I go here and use the port of job ID, I have to compare this with the variable. So in this variable section, you can see the mapping parameter which I have just now created. Click on OK and say validate. Okay, so it's giving some error to me about mismatching types. So I am pretty sure that there will be some problem with the data type of the two parameters. So let me say OK to it, and if you see this job ID, it's a decimal of precision 38, and I have created the let me go in the maplet and mapping parameter. Here I have used this job ID as string, so this I need to change and make it as decimal of precision, let's say whatever is the value, 38. So this is, I'm just trying to match with what I have as the ports. Decimal precision is 38. Now again, if I come here and change this expression, so on port job ID equal to, now come in this variable and select this and say validate. You can see the expression passed successfully. Click on OK, apply this, and based on this filter condition, pass all the ports to the output transformation, that is maplet output. Now your maplet is ready, but if you remember, I have not given the value to this parameter. I have only given a parameter and used it in the filter condition. Now I'm going to create a new mapping. So let me name this as maplet mapping parameter example. Here my input is supposed to be the employees, which is from the database. So this is the input I have taken from my Oracle DB, and I'm going to use the target as t underscore employees param example. So this is my target definition. Now what I'm going to use is, instead of creating a transformation, I can drag directly this maplet from the maplet section what I have created, or what you can do is you can go and create a transformation which is a maplet transformation. So you can see here there will be an maplet transformation as well. So for now I am dragging this maplet from this maplet section on a mapping designer. So this gives me the maplet transfer sorry, so maplet transformation available. So now if you see this maplet transformation, it is having two different sections. So very clearly it states that there is some input and there is some output. So you have to simply drag drop all the inputs connecting to the input ports, and all the outputs which will be the same ports as per the input, I have to drag them to the target. So my mapping is now complete. If you save this, it will say that the mapping is valid. So now I'm going to use a workflow from this. So come again and generate the workflow from using this wizard. Say finish. Now if I go and launch the workflow manager, on this workflow manager, you can see I have the Mapplet mapping example workflow already created. On this, I am going to change the property on the session task. So on the session task, I am using the connection object for source, and for $target, I'm using the connection object for $target. Click on OK. With these two values, I'm coming to the mapping, and here I am going to use the value which I have given in the properties tab, $source, and on the target, I am going to use the $target, making this as normal. I am keeping this truncate option for now, but as of now, I do not have the values in the database. If you remember, we have checked this. So there is no rows available here. So I am going to dump it for the first time on this Mapplet. You can only change from the session level, the tracing level you can only change, but filter condition is available only at the Mapplet, which is uneditable on this session task. So click on apply. Am I done here? So the answer is no, because if you remember, we have only given the Mapplet parameter name, but its value is not being given. So for that, let me quickly create a simple text file, and on this text file, I am going to create the parameter over here. So the syntax, if you remember, what we have used was, we have used the folder name, so that is demo. You can see here dot the session task name. So I have given s_m_mapplet mapping parameter example. So this is the scope of my parameter. If you remember, I have used this parameter within a Mapplet. So I have to use the Mapplet name over here. So my Mapplet name is, you can see it is, let me copy it from here. Copy this and let me use this, then dot, and my parameter name is $job ID, and let me use value as 2. I'm saving this, let's say, on the desktop itself. So I'm naming this as mapping parameter external file. Save this and now close this. Now my mapping is ready. Now so I have to give this instruction where this file is situated. So for that, again, let me quickly get the file path for this. So this is the file which I have just now created, if you remember. So let me take the path of it. And on this session task, in the properties, there is a parameter file name which is available as a property. Here I have to give the entire file name along with the complete path. So here I will have to give copy this and paste it here. So this is the parameter file name by which it will get the value of the parameter. Apply this, and now let me save this. Let me execute this for now. Okay, so my session has successfully executed. Let me see the value for the target table. Now you can see the target table got populated with all the records, which is exactly matching the job ID. If you want to change, let's say I want to pick something which is having job ID 1. So what I can do here is I can go in this external file and simply change the value. Let me save this. And if I re-execute, if you remember, I have used the truncate table option. So it's going to truncate the table, and on the rerun, it should get executed again. So you can see it's now executing. Once execution is done, if I go and see the values again, you can see all all the values got truncated, and now the new value is for job ID 1. So that means I do not have to make any change in the mapping or the workflow level. At the external file, I can go and change the values and execute it again to get the effect of it. So now I have changed it to value 3, and on the successful run, if I come, you can see all the values of job ID 3 is available to me. So that's how the usage of mapping parameter is. Hope this tutorial is useful to all of you. If you have any questions, post your questions in the comment section. I will respond to it. Thank you.